So as I've said more than once already, Hugo isn't essential to creating a static website, whether on Amazon S3 or anywhere else. But if you came to this course with a terrific idea for your new site, but no specific preferences concerning the tools you want to use, then I guess I should give you what you'll need to get started with at least one platform. And that platform will be Hugo. Installing Hugo for whatever operating system you're using is simple. This page will show you everything you need to know. So I'm going to assume you've got that far on your own. In case you're curious, I'm going to be working on Ubuntu Linux, because that's all I've been working on for the past 15 years or so. But besides for the simple Unix file management commands I'll be using, which will also be familiar to you Mac OS users out there, the actual Hugo commands and configuration files will work for everyone. I'm actually working on a virtual LXD container on my workstation, so this is a remote shell. A bit later, we'll need to be aware that its IP address is 10.03.14. Keep that in mind, but if you're running Hugo directly on your machine, that extra addressing won't be necessary. With Hugo successfully installed, I'm going to start by initializing a new site right below my current directory using Hugo new site. I'll give this site the name example. That'll output some getting started instructions and create a directory with the name example. I'll just change directory into example and list the current contents. Notice the content, public, static, and themes directories. Content is where we'll place the markdown text files that Hugo will eventually convert to HTML. Public is where Hugo will create those new files along with other resources when it eventually generates each version of our site. Once our development work is complete, public is where you'll find all the website resources you'll need to upload to your S3 bucket. Static is where, in just a moment, I'll save an image file to be loaded with my HTML. And themes is, as I'm sure you can guess, where the resources used by one or more site themes are kept. The one regular file in this directory, config.toml, is where many site configurations are made. We'll get back to that one soon. But first, let's install a theme. You can create your own custom theme if you like, but there are also hundreds of open source themes available for you from the gohugo.io site. As you can tell from the tags on the right, there are 20 or so categories of themes. That can help you choose one that's a good fit for your project. Take some time to browse through them on your own. I use the Main Road theme for my Teach Yourself Data Analytics site, if you're curious. We're going to choose Ananke, which seems to be a popular and highly recommended base theme. The download link here leads to Ananke's GitHub page, although we'll import it directly into our project. That'll start with the git init command. I'm assuming, of course, that you've already got Git installed on your machine. I'll then use Git to add a submodule by downloading the contents of that GitHub repo and then copying them to the themes/Ananke directory. To incorporate the theme into our project, I'll edit that config.toml file by adding the line theme equals Ananke. That's it. Naturally, for a more serious project, I'd edit the base URL value to reflect my domain name and probably give the site a better title. For now, though, I'll just save this file. Now I'm going to change directory into example. Hugo includes a server that lets us test our site even while it's in development without the need to build a production server. I can launch that server using the Hugo server command. Because I'm going to want to view the site on my local browser, I'll need to add the bind argument pointing to my container's IP address. But again, if you're working locally on your machine, you'll leave this part out. Note the connection instructions that are displayed. If you're doing this locally, you just type localhost:1313 into your browser URL bar. But I type the IP address and that 1313 port instead. And there's our beautiful site. Let's see if we can't make it even nicer. I'll open the config.toml file again in that Other Shell Session, and edit the title. Watch carefully. As soon as I save the file with its changes, the updates will appear in the browser. The new title happens to show up in 3 different places on the page, but all of those can be controlled through customizations. I'll drop out of that file so I can copy an image file called image.png from my machine into the static directory within my Hugo file system. That's the resource root directory for stuff I might want to call from within my Markdown files. You'll see how that works soon. Don't feel you need to do everything from the command line, by the way. I just do it this way because I'm a Linux admin, and that's what Linux admins do. But any file handling system will work just as well. For my next trick, I'm going to pretend that the example site is actually a blog and create my first blog post. That's coming right up.